Alright, so in the previous video, we talked about whether it's possible for your website to rank on Google for your desired keyword and also the search intent. So in this video, we're going to talk about how do you perform a more in-depth keyword research so that you know what keywords to target for your business. So after I type in something like wedding planner Singapore, I could I could type in something else like wedding Singapore, and then after I type in wedding Singapore, I could click on all keyword ideas just to kind of get an idea of some of the other keywords that I could look at. So obviously, if my business has wedding photography, that's another thing that I could target as well. Wedding bands, again, it's very generic. You could refer to the ring or you could refer to a live band. Wedding venues Singapore, wedding videography, affordable wedding venues, wedding gown rental. So you could see there are a couple of keywords that you could target here, and the idea is just to kind of map out some of the keywords that you want to target and put them inside an Excel sheet. So what do I mean by that is, let me go inside here, Google Drive. So let me create a Google Sheet. So you could just create a Google Sheet file and then start mapping out the keywords, right? Mapping out the potential keywords to target. So let me key in keywords and then search volume and mapped URL. Now the reason why this is so important, right, is because you want to have a clear understanding of the keywords that you're going to target, and also which page is targeting that keyword, and that way you have a lot easier of a time to rank for that keyword, simply because that particular page that you have created is actually matching the user's search intent. So if somebody is searching for something like wedding photography Singapore, chances are that page is going to be filled a lot of information, or rather it's going to be filled with a lot of photographs, right? So let's just do a demo of that. So let's say I type in wedding photography Singapore. The first thing that I see is going to be like 60 whatever. So these, again, all these are aggregator sites, and they are independent reviews independent sites that are probably going to outdo your local business site. So so this is finally a local business site, right? Let's just take a look at the content of the page. You could see that it's mostly filled with photos on the top, right? And then from there they also should have some content about about the business, like why choose us and whatnot. So obviously you could see the whole page is filled with a whole bunch of photos. So it kind of tells you that you need a lot of photographs to rank for this keyword, right? Because it matches the user's search intent. If you are a photographer, chances are you are going to have a lot of photographs on your website. So you want to create content that matches the user's search intent. So let me just demo it to you, right? So let's say if I were to go for wedding photography Singapore, I'll just copy this keyword, and then the monthly search volume I'll just put it in as well so that I get a rough idea. And then let's say that my website is, just for the sake of example, right? For an example, I'm just going to put example.sg/wedding and then okay, I'm going to put services/wedding photography, right? And then I'm going to go to the next keyword, like let's say there is wedding venues Singapore, right? Let's say I also rent out wedding venues. So the search volume is 600, and then I'm going to create another page that is wedding rental. Excuse me, venue, wedding venue rental, right? Okay, and then I could keep on going here. There's wedding videography Singapore, so I could do wedding dash videography, right? And the reason why this is so important, right, is because you want to have individual pages that target the keyword that you're going for, because that way, right, you will really match the user's search intent. So imagine this: you're searching on Google, you're looking for certain information, you want to have access to the information that is most relevant to your search query. So by creating individual pages targeting all these keywords, what you're really doing is you're actually helping the user find what they want. And therefore, it's very important for you to map out the keywords according to each page, right? And also this ensures that you are not cannibalizing the keyword, and what that will do is it will create a lot of confusion for Google to not really understand what your website is about and what you are trying to target. So I could keep on going to get the ideal keyword. So you could see another one is wedding planner Singapore. I can put that inside here, 350, and then I can put in /services /wedding planning. Right, so you kind of get the idea. You could just create individual pages here to target the keyword, and then from there, what you need to do is you need to kind of map out the title tags, the meta description before you create the content. So after mapping the keywords to each page, right, what you need to do is you need to map out the title tags and the meta description to each page. So if you have no idea what a title tag is, let me show you. So this thing right here, the blue color words that you see over here, this is a title tag, which really helps the user, or rather anyone searching on Google, to identify what your page is about. And then obviously the thing at the bottom here is the meta description. So you want to map out title tags that are relevant for each page. So you can see if I want to go for the keyword wedding photography Singapore, right, I want to put in wedding photographer Singapore, and then like my brand name at the example wedding company. Yep. So this would make for a title tag to really to help the search engine and also the user to understand what's the page about. So you have to be very careful with this, because if your whole website is talking about things that are related to wedding, you want to make sure that you keep it to just weddings and not put anything that is unrelated. Like for example, if I'm a wedding planner, I definitely don't want to create a page that randomly talks about, I don't know, cookies or biscuits, right? Because it doesn't make sense, because it's not something that is contextually relevant, and as a result you will not be able to rank for it. But on the other hand, if I were to create a lot of highly contextually relevant pages like photography, videography, planning, and wedding venue rental, right, it will really help Google to understand that my whole website is all about wedding, and therefore I should be ranking higher on Google because I am an established wedding planner, so to speak. Alright, so let me keep on going. So I could put in like wedding venue rental Singapore, example wedding company. Yep. And then the idea is that you want to map out a few keywords to one page so that you don't just target one page. So let's say I want to type in wedding photography, right? you could see all the keywords that are related to photography here. Wedding photography, wedding videography, freelance photographer, professional photographer, pre-wedding photo shoot. Yeah, so this is something that is relevant. Let me put it inside here. Oops. Okay. Why is it not going in? Okay, wait. Yep. Okay, so what I just did, right, was that I created a cluster of keywords to target for a single keyword. So remember I said you have to be very careful when you do this to make sure that you don't cannibalize your own keyword. What that means, right, is that you want to make sure that similar keywords like wedding photography and pre-wedding photo shoot is actually on the same page, because Google can actually detect that you are basically just creating individual pages, even though they are on the same topic and even though they are contextually relevant on the same single topic, just to abuse the search engine. So if I have pre-wedding photo shoot as a keyword, I want to put it under wedding photography because it's the same thing. I mean, it's under the same topic, or rather the same cluster. So if I want to merge this, right, okay, I'm just going to put in wedding photography, which means that these two keywords, right, it's literally all about wedding photography, right? And therefore I'm parking them under the same page. So I don't have to create two separate pages, because these two topics are so similar and so contextually relevant that they must be in the same page. And if I were to create a separate page for that, it wouldn't really help my SEO efforts. So once I do that, I'm just going to merge here to make sure that they are under the same that they are under the same column or row. Okay, so now I have that, right? Okay, I just want to make sure that when I create the content of pre-wedding photo shoot, I'm sorry, if I want to create the content for this page, I'm literally talking about just these two things, right? And then subsequently I can go and do the rest. Okay, so I can't find anything that is similar to wedding venues. Let's try wedding planner. Yeah, there's nothing as well. So so you kind of get the idea here. First of all, you have to perform the keyword research, map the keywords out properly, including the title tags and the meta description that you want to have for each page, and make sure that the title tags actually contain the title tag actually contain a keyword that you're targeting for that page, and also the meta description. So that's about it. And in the next video, I will be showing you how to use 5-star snippets. Excuse me. How to get 5-star snippets to appear on your page, so that you could improve the click-through rate, or rather so that people can see your search result with 5 stars on Google and be more enticed to click inside. So I'll see you in the next video.